Hello, hello. Testing, testing. Please let me know if this is a good volume. Yet again, I watched back my last stream and I was a little bit loud. So I've turned my mic down even more in hopes that it is better. Welcome, welcome. I hear you, a pleasant volume. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Foglight. How are you? Nat, hello. Whose honor is about to get ended? Is it mine? It's all of ours. Everyone's honor. Slashed. Ended. It is a good volume. Perfect! Hogan, Long, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for letting me know. I know you guys can't see me, but guess what? Now you can. Hello. Hello, friends. What is up? Welcome to the stream. Decent. Glad it is the weekend. Yes. This weekend coming up, I don't really have too much going on, so I am very happy for a pretty chill, low-key weekend, which I have been needing. I just want to get stuff done around the house. That's something that I have not been doing. Fun fact, I have 2 baskets of laundry that have been sitting in clean laundry, mind you, clean laundry that has been sitting in my laundry room for, I kid you not, probably 3 weeks. I need to put that away. Why haven't I put it away? I don't know. That's one thing that I can't get myself to do is put away freaking laundry. It's crazy. But anyways, hello friends. What is up? Welcome to the stream. Kyle, hello, hello. How are you? Whoa, I see you. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Nat, how are you? How's it going? Happy Friday, everyone. I typically don't stream on Fridays, but I decided to stream this Friday, which I thought would be fun. A little change. I am streaming Honor's End, which is a game by Ivy Studios, which Ivy Studios is sponsoring today's stream, so a huge thank you to them. Honor's End actually is ending, the campaign over on Kickstarter. It is ending on Tuesday, October 28th. So in less than 72 hours, this campaign is going to be ending. So if you guys are interested in Honor's End, I definitely recommend going and checking it out. Nightbot every once in a while will put in the chat the link to the Kickstarter campaign. If you're watching this as a video after the fact, I will have the link to the Kickstarter campaign down in the description box. But yes, we're going to be playing the solo mode of Honor's End today, and we are going to be playing the adventure mode. So this basically is that I have a set enemy number 1, enemy number 2, and enemy number 3. And then if I am able to defeat all 3 of them, I am going to win. There's also a story mode to this game where you're going through various chapters and gaining things as you complete those chapters. And the things that you gain, those are going to be then added into your base game for the rest of the time that you have the game. So it's kind of like expansions within the game that you are unlocking, which I think is really cool. Hi Jenna, lurking. We are playing the Valhalla board game tutorial. Very fun. Hello Kim. Hopefully you guys are having a good night. Do you have a roommate? They will take it and wear it. I do not have a roommate. I have a boyfriend, and I don't think my boyfriend will take my clothes and wear them. Will I take his clothes and wear them? Maybe. I do like wearing his sweaters. Hello, Victoria. How are you? How's it going? Chat is enemy number 4. If I am able to defeat 3 enemies plus chat, I win the game. Hey all, just opened my copy of Railroad Tiles and playing for the first time. Yes, Solo Power Games. Welcome to the stream. So happy to hear that you got Railroad Tiles. Have the best time ever. We're going to actually get right into this game because I have a feeling it's going to be a bit. This game, I would say, it does say on the box 90 to 120 minutes. So it is going to be on the shorter end for a solo game. But really, the game is simultaneous, so I would say that it doesn't take too much longer as a group. It's just however long people take to decide on the things that they were playing. But yeah, overall in the multiplayer mode of this, it is a cooperative game, and you are working together in order to defeat these enemies. It has the same kind of game flow. There's just one thing that you skip in the solo mode that you don't do. So yes, we're going to get right into it. Had Luthier set up finally, but playing tomorrow unless I'm too excited to sleep after game 1 of the World Series. Let's go Blue Jays. Natalie. So funny how, I love how into the baseball some people are getting. And I know it's very exciting that the Blue Jays are in the World Series, which I think it's been like a very long time since the Blue Jays have been in the World Series. I have absolutely no interest in baseball. Fun fact, I think my mom was like the first, I forget what it was. My mom was a very good baseball player when she was younger. Probably still is now. Which also my brother is in here. Hello, Reed. Welcome. How are you? Happy freaking Friday. But yeah, my mom was a really good baseball player, and she was like the first girl in Ontario to be on a boys baseball team. I don't know what it was. I forget what it was. First in our hometown to play on the boys team. There we go. Not in Ontario. I don't think it was all of Ontario. But first in our hometown. What a woman. She's a legend, my mother. But yes, I have no interest in baseball. And I love it for us that the Blue Jays are in the World Series, but no thanks. What? Yeah, I was going to say, because my mom did that for the boys team in high school in London, Ontario. Oh, nice. Both of our mothers were good at baseball. Mums are incredible. Yep. Mums are incredible. Actually, you are a little loud on Twitch, to be honest. Good to know. Should I turn it down even more? I'm like, when I'm talking, I guess like when I get loud is when it gets into the yellow. So let me just turn it down a little smidge. Okay, let me know how that is. I actually think that might be perfect. Because I'm talking in like my pretty loud voice, I would say, and it's not going into the yellow. So I think that might be good. Hooray, finally catching a live. Hello, Curtis? I'm just going to call you Curtis. Curtis Ofigas. Welcome to the stream. How are you? I am good. Just got home from grocery shopping and have a game night with a friend tonight. Oh, that's so fun. I love that. Have the best game night ever. Boyfriend counts as roommate. They do live there with you. Very true. Very true. I think we are playing Coffee Rush in a place for all my books. Oh my goodness, that's a wonderful, wonderful board game night. Penny, why are we whining in front of the play or the toy box again? You want the balloon? No. Don't want the balloon? You want this? No. Do you want this? Girl, there's nothing else in there. Penny is so funny. Penny, there's nothing else in the toy box. What about a baseball board game? No interest. Volume is great to me. Okay. You can if you want, but I was able to adjust my volume. Okay. I'd say you're pretty good. I played baseball too, but probably was best at getting hit. Best at getting hit to get a walk. Like, if you got hit by the ball, would you have to like go off the field? I don't know how baseball works. Get better ears. Still good. Okay. Perfect. And now I get afraid of balls, but yes, whoop mom, whoop baseball. Hogan, thank you so much for subscribing with Prime. I really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Welcome to Twitch. I see that you've moved over from YouTube to Twitch. Tax Cat, hello, welcome to the stream. Francis could wear your clothes, Jenna, if he wasn't a coward. Hey, he has worn my sports bra before, and that man looked real fine in my sports bra. I still have the picture of him with my sports bra on my phone. So there's that. Yes, LOL. Jenna is sports illiterate. Literally. Except for dance. Except for dance. Which, oh my gosh. Penny, why are you barking by yourself in the office? She's just in the office playing. That's so cute. This is better for streaming, in my opinion. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of people that prefer Twitch over YouTube. I just do YouTube, and I switched over to YouTube from Twitch a while ago because I really wanted everything that I was doing in one place. But I recently started now streaming on both, which I think is really fun. Sometimes guys need support too. I agree. Francis has some pretty big pecs, so he needs all the support. Someone is trying to get your mom's attention. Get their mom's attention. It's literally just Penny. It's so funny. She does that sometimes. We'll be like upstairs. Walt will be upstairs with us, and then she'll just be down here playing by herself. Really, Penny? Really? Girl, you have no teeth. Stop trying to carry big toys around. You're gonna hurt yourself. Okay, anyways, let's get right into this playthrough of Honor's End, which, like I said, we're going to be going through 3 different enemies. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Please hold. There we go. There we go. My camera was frozen. Hi, Jenna. Do I need this game? LOL. Maybe. It depends on if you like this type of game. Very, very excited. Yes, 3 enemies in chat. Yep. So I do have all 3 enemies in this little stack here. We have kind of 2 different tracks and 2 different ways of losing the game. One is if we run out of time. So that's if this track here, which is the threat track, goes all the way up to the top and needs to move up, we will run out of time. Or we will run out of health, which we have our honor track here. It starts at 8, and if we ever get down to 0 honor, we unfortunately will lose the game as well. So those are 2 different ways that we're going to be losing the game. We are also going to be moving up this enemy track here. That is going to be triggering various enemies, different kind of actions or attacks on us. So we're going to be doing that. We're trying to get the enemy's health down to 0. Once we do that, we'll move on to the next enemy. If it's the last enemy and we still have time left and honor left, we win the game. I have some like starting things here, which at the beginning of the game, this is a deck building game, so we start with kind of a base deck of cards here. These are all of the base cards. I think there are 10 of them, 9 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 of them. And then we also get an additional kind of advanced action card here, which this is the one that we randomly got today. This gives us a shield, and then it's giving us one of the monarchy track and one of the temple track, which these are the 2 tracks on the board here, which we're going to be going up and gaining things. This is kind of the market or the way that we're going to be gaining things for our deck, as well as our tableau over here. These 2 tracks are going to help us gain those things over the round. So that is our advanced card there. We also start with one hero. This hero that I got here is Squire Edmund. He is that every shielded die gives me one additional attack, which I feel like is pretty nice. And then I can tuck cards in order to gain more of the temple track power, I guess we'll call it, as well as a shield. So I'll kind of go through how you can tuck cards and ways that you're going to be using these inspiration dice here as well. And then one not great thing that we have starting in our deck is a wound card. These are kind of going to clog up our deck because they don't give you any sort of action, but you can tuck a card in order to get rid of the wound cards. So that is that. And then these two cards here are the attack card or equipment card, sorry, as well as the potion card here. So I will zoom you guys in so you can better see, these two. So these are going to start in my tableau. These smaller cards here, these potion cards, which I do believe they're not called potion cards. They are, remind me what these are called. I forget what they're called. I think they're potion cards, pot cards, bottle cards, something along those lines. But I'm going to call them potion cards. These are one and done cards. So at any time I can decide to use this card, I'll flip it over and this gives me a one-time ability. And then this equipment card here is a passive ability that I have for the rest of the game. And this is for every rolled safe die, danger die, so whatever dice I have rolled that has this icon here gives me 2 additional damage, which I feel like this, as well as the hero card that I got, Squire Edmund, they kind of go well together because they give me a lot of damage, which I feel like damage in the solo game is very, very helpful. So excited about that. Flask, alchemy, pots, potions, any of those. You can call it whatever you want. Penny, can we stop scratching, please? Reed, thank you so much. Thank you so much for using your Prime on me, brother. Aw, so nice. Legends. Watch streak reached. Legends is currently on a 3-streamed streak. That's so fun. Heck yeah. Thank you for supporting Legends. I love deck building. Heck yeah. They look like stickers on cards. Is this a legacy game? No, it is not. Is there? There's no stickers on cards. What looks like stickers? Is it just like the graphics kind of give you sticker vibes? They do have really nice kind of like simplistic graphics, which I appreciate. Okay, so these, let me zoom you guys out. So we're gonna have our things over here, and then we're gonna have our deck of cards, which I've shuffled in my wound, my advanced card, and my hero into here. We're gonna start each turn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, with 5 cards. We're gonna have our draw deck here, and this is a danger dice that we start off with. This here is kind of just for me to keep track of the damage that I'm doing, as well as how many or how much power we have with both of the tracks here. So we have the temple track and the monarchy track. We are going to flip over our first enemy, which is the frenzied deserters. So this is our first enemy here. You have his abilities at the bottom, and then it also determines his starting, what is it called? Health. So this is going to go here. It is in line, which actually, let me zoom you guys in. Where is, there we go. How many times does it take to Jenna to find the scene that she wants? So this is in line with this here. So that means that this enemy has a health of 15. So we're going to put this at 15. Okay. And then basically what's going to happen is they are going to have different abilities being triggered every time that we move up the enemy track. And we are going to be moving up the enemy track once per round. So that's going to be part of the kind of first phase, which is the enemy phase. So we are not going to, and whenever we go up and there's this like plus skull icon, that means that we go up on the threat track. We do not go up on the threat track for the spot that we started on, but we do trigger this enemy's first thing here, which is this blue icon, and that means that one player adds 1 wound to their deck, which sadly, I am the only player, so I do have to add a wound to my deck, and this is going to go into my discard pile. So that's going to go there, and then that is pretty much everything for the kind of beginning of the game enemy phase. It's going to be a little bit different with the other rounds, but that's how we're going to start off. Sweet HP counter, heck yeah. Salves, pills, policies? What the heck is that? Droughts, renemy, rent. Holy, so many options. So many options. Hello, Jenna. Hello, Slivers. Welcome to the stream. How are you? I got to play this one at one of the preview events. I thought it was a lot of fun, and the simultaneous play made it quite brisk, even at higher player counts. Yes, exactly. Which also, welcome to the stream. The Pudgy Ninja, welcome. Love your username. Yeah, that's like one thing I really enjoy about this game is the fact that it is simultaneous. So it pretty much takes the same amount of time to play it solo as it would multiplayer, but you just have more people to work with. Obviously, in a higher player count, the enemy's HP is going to be higher. Usually, this kind of board here is for a solo game. If you have a higher player count, it's going to be a different board that then has higher amounts of HP for the enemies. So we are going to get right into this. So we would have done an enemy phase, and then the next thing what we're going to do is the assign and roll phase. So in the multiplayer game, whatever dice you have in your pool, you are going to, everyone's going to look at the cards that they have in their hand, and then they're going to determine how many of the danger dice they think that they can handle. You're going to divvy them up within your group. Obviously in the solo mode, you just get all of the dice. So I'm just going to take the 1 die that we start with. We're going to roll it. I got a wound. So on these danger dice, there are both black danger dice and gray danger dice. Black danger dice never leave. They always, unless you do one thing, which I'll get into, but these are always going to continue being re-rolled until you do one thing, whereas the gray danger dice, these ones at the end of a round, they're kind of temporary. So at the end of the round, all of the gray danger dice are going to go back into the main pool, and you're not going to get it time and time again. So black danger dice are a little bit more permanent, but there are the same kind of sides of the dice on all of these danger dice. There is the wound. So if I am unable to shield this, I am going to gain a wound at the end of the round, excuse me. There is a 1 dishonor as well as a 2 dishonor. Those are going to give me dishonor, so I'm going to go down in honor if I am unable to shield this. And then there's also a safe. So if I don't shield this, nothing is going to happen. If you do shield, though, a safe icon, this actually then gets taken away. But you can only shield up to 2 of these safe dice each round. So if I shield it, it'll be put back into the main supply. So that's the only way that you can get rid of the black ones, whereas the gray ones are going to go back into the main pool anyways. So I did roll a wound. So this is going to go into my danger dice here. If I am able to shield it, I'm going to push it over into the shielded area here, and I'm not going to get a wound, which I already have 2 wounds, so I don't think I want to gain any more wounds. Which, speaking of wounds, I do have a wound in my hand, which is not great, but I could try to get rid of a wound as soon as possible, which would be nice. Lurking during my lunch break. Hope you win. Thank you, Superstar. Thank you so much. Hopefully you're having a good lunch. All right. So with that out of the way, we've distributed, rolled the dice. You are then going to, in the multiplayer game, do a planning phase. This is where one player will be able to place there's like the honors end kind of main player thing here. Each player, first player is going to get this, and in the multiplayer game, that player is going to be able to choose one of their equipment cards to place this on, and then that's what everyone else can kind of do that round. It kind of gives the players an extra ability of one of the other players, but in the solo game, that does not happen. So we're going to skip the planning phase, and then we're going to go right into the action phase, which is where we are going to play out our cards, which I'll quickly kind of explain how you're playing out cards. So all cards are going to kind of be laid out the same way. So you're going to, ooh, that was not a nice sound. Apologies. Each card is going to be laid out the same way. You're going to have an icon on the top, which there's always 3 different icons, technically 4 because you have the wounds. They cannot be used as anything. They're just kind of there. But there's the owl icon, which is wisdom. You have the lion icon, which is valor, as well as the bear icon, which is fortitude. There's 3 different icons because with these cards, you can actually tuck them in order to trigger that specific bottom action. So, for example here, I could tuck this card below it to give it one of those owl icons in order to trigger this icon at the bottom here. Additionally, we are going to be gaining these inspiration dice. If you get an inspiration icon, this counts as any of the 3 icons. So either owl, bear, or lion. And I could use this as an owl in order to trigger that icon at the bottom as well. There is also double icons. So this can be used as 2 icon. There's also a shield icon that you can roll with these dice that allows you to shield one of your danger dice. And then lastly, there is a draw a card and play a card. And this is that you get to draw a card from your draw deck, and then you get to start another row, which I'll get into kind of how that works. So that's generally the icon at the top. You have the main action of the card in the middle, and then you have the tuck kind of ability at the bottom. So that is that. And then some cards are going to have this arrow on the side. This means that you can then play another card beside that card. This card has an arrow, so I can now play another card beside that card. And I can continue chaining this action until I have no more of those arrows. And if I want to start a new kind of row, I have to trigger one of these play icons, which are at the bottom here. So on my turn, if I did end up getting an inspiration die, I could then take this, place this here. This would allow me to then start another kind of line of cards or another chain of cards. So this would then allow me to play, let's say, this wound card, and then I could play this card here. I'm not going to do that. I'm actually going to play it out normally, but just to give you guys a little bit of an example there. So what do I want to do here? I would ultimately love to get rid of this wound as soon as possible. And in order to get rid of this wound, I need to tuck a lion underneath it. I could also get a inspiration die. So maybe what I do is, let's actually just play these cards out like I normally would. So I'm going to place this here. That's going to allow me to shield 1 die. So I get to move over my wound to here. So I'm not going to gain any more wounds. And then I get 1 monarchy and 1 temple track power. I will add those together at the end of the round. And then I will play this one here. This is going to get me another monarchy. And then I will play this here. So kind of the example that I gave you guys before. This is then going to allow me to draw 2 cards. Dang it, that's not really what I wanted. Additionally, if you see any of these cards that have a purple icon down here, these are for the multiplayer game. They are just ignored in the solo mode. So just ignore that. Yuck. So I don't really want to play this one, which would give me another shield. So what I'm actually going to do is with this, I can use that as the bear I need to start a new row. And then I will play wound. I will then play this one, and then I have this one left over that I can go ahead and tuck here. That's going to then allow me to discard this wound at the end of the round. So I think that's pretty much it. This will then allow me to re-roll. So I'm actually going to re-roll this shielded die in hopes that I can roll a safe icon, because let me zoom you guys out. My special ability here is every rolled safe icon gives me 2 attack. So if I am able to roll a safe icon, that will 1, get me 2 attack, but it will also allow me to get rid of this black die, which is going to be really useful. So we have 2 rerolls. That's what this icon here is. I get 2 rerolls. No, don't want that. Come on, safe. Dang it. So it's still a wound, still shielded. That's fine. I was really hoping to do a little bit of damage, but it's okay. Purple is only if you have friends. Got it. Yep. Only if you have friends. They're basically ally abilities. So when you are doing the planning phase, additionally, you can talk amongst yourselves. Penny. You can talk amongst yourselves as a group, and you can actually kind of give your allies a kind of ability. All right, so that is everything for the action phase. I've played out my cards. We are then going to go into the resolution phase. So I am going to go through quickly and add up everything. I have no damage, sadly, but I do have 2 temple track and 2 monarchy track. So I'll be able to do that. We're going to resolve our dice. Do you guys hear Penny? She's really she's been in a really big playful mood recently. Are you playing, Penny? Are you playing with the baboon? You're so... Oh my god. Oh, she's so cute. Hopefully you guys can hear me and Penny's not making too much noise. Just ignore her. She'll be done soon. Okay, so we're going to resolve. Obviously, I do not resolve my die because I was able to shield it. We are then going to resolve our damage. Unfortunately, we did not do any damage this round. And then we are going to spend our monarchy and temple track power or money. Gribbling? What's gribbling? I've never heard that word in my life. Okay, so let me move over here. So these are the 2 tracks here. We have 2 temple and 2 monarchy power. So I don't know if you guys will be able to see, but on these tracks, each of these spaces have an amount of power that you need to spend. So if I wanted to move up to, if I wanted to move to the next spot here, that's going to take the 2 power that I have gained this round for the temple track. You can either move up and like on a diagonal, or you can move straight up. So I could move straight up to here. That would get me an inspiration die. And then I could move on a diagonal, and then that would get me an honor. That would cost me 2, or I could just move up once on a diagonal to this spot. This is going to give me a hero, which is awesome, which I think is what I'm going to do. And that would cost 2. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to move up. Whenever you gain something from here, in the multiplayer game, you will draft them in turn order. But for the solo mode, you're just going to get 3 of them, and you're going to be able to choose 1 out of those 3. So we have these to choose from. We're getting a new hero for our deck. That was our 2 temple monies. And then here on the monarchy track, I can either move straight up to get an additional action card, or I can move on an angle, get a potion, and then move straight up to get an honor. I think I'm going to go straight up, spend 2 to gain an advanced action card. So we're going to be able to choose 2 of these. So we're going to be able to choose one of the heroes and one of the advanced action cards. Immediately, I'm kind of wanting Squire Marius. She gives me 1 monarchy and then 3 damage. And it also gives me a reroll if I tuck. So I think I might do that. I might do Squire Marius and then kind of go really heavy into the monarchy track to get lots of good stuff. So then maybe I do the heroic might. This gives me 2 of the monarchy track, and then I get 1 shield. This one here would give me an additional card, and then 2 rerolls. This gives me 2 rerolls. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with these 2. So we're going to do Squire Marius and Heroic Might. Those are the 2 that I'm going to add to my deck. These will go into my discard pile, and I will get them whenever I reroll. And then these are just going to get discarded. I'll just put them off to the side. All right. Hello, Jacob. Welcome to the stream. Honors End hype, backed and excited. Heck yes. Also, hi, Jenna and friends. Hello. How are you, Jacob? How's it going? Happy Friday. All right. So we've spent our monarchy track. Okay. Like I said, we didn't do any damage, sadly. So that is everything for the resolution phase. We're going to do a little bit of cleanup, which is we are going to clean up our thing here. Because I did tuck this wound is going to go to the bottom of the deck. We've healed our wound, and then the rest of these cards are going to go into our discard pile. Boom. And then, if I did have any unused cards in my hand, I could additionally, if I would want, discard those if I didn't want them in order to draw up to the full 5. If I decided to keep those cards, I would just draw up to 5 cards. And then this die is just going to go here because we didn't get rid of it. And then we're going to draw our new 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I believe, oh no, we're good. Okay. All right. So those are my starting cards, and that is the end of the phase. You would pass the leader token to the next player if it was the multiplayer game, but here it is just solo, and we're going to move on to the start of the round again. So that's going to start with the enemy phase. This is going to move up 1 space. That is then going to trigger a moving up 1 space on the threat track. That's going to move up, and that's going to add 1 black die to our pool. So this is going to be more dice that we're going to have to worry about. I will say in my past plays of this, I focused too much on shielding dice and not enough on attacking. And I was really worried about losing honor. But I think it's really important to kind of balance when to lose honor and when to do damage, because ultimately all of the times that I have lost, it was because I ran out of time and not because I died losing all of my honor. So I really think I need to focus more so on attacking and trying to get through the enemies quicker than, you know, losing health. Because I've only ever, I think, gotten down to like maybe a 5 or a 4. And I've been able to like get myself back up. Okay, so then we are going to trigger this effect of this enemy here, which is both their red ability and their blue ability, which means that I have to discard a card and I have to gain another wound. Oh my gosh. So the wound's going to get added here, and I have to discard a card. Yuck. Is there any cards here that give me cards? This one here will give me cards. Never mind, that's a purple ability. I don't have friends. This gives me that. This will give me an attack and monarchy. This gives me monarchy, but it wouldn't be able to do anything else other than that. So maybe I just discard that. Honorable deed. Yeah, I think I'm going to discard honorable deed because that would just give me a monarch and it's not really that helpful. Whereas this one at least gives me monarchy and attack. Doing okay today. Hope you've been enjoying this one. Never mind. I don't have friends. Relatable. Yep. But I'm glad you're doing okay, Jacob. I'm very happy that it's Friday. I was talking in the intro of this video that I'm very happy that it's Friday and that I don't have much going on this weekend because I really need a weekend. The last few weekends have been really busy and I really need a weekend where I just get stuff done around the house and I just chill around the house and don't do too much socializing and stuff. I've needed that. Hogan Long, thank you so much for gifting a tier 1 sub to Deathtonemies. That's a funny username. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. All right, so now that we have done this, we've moved up, we've gained that, we've done their abilities, I've gained a wound, discarded a card. Here comes the dogs. Yeah, oh my gosh, Penny. Penny. Children, it's not Penny. Oh my gosh, girl. You're crazy. Children, it's not good time for this right now. Penny? Can I have that, please? Oh my goodness. Okay. Hopefully she will calm down. But it's death to enemies. That makes more sense. Oh, the joys of dog ownership. Yep. They just get really excited after pooping, you know? They had dinner, they went outside, they just pooped probably. And they're set for the night. They're ready to go. It's the best feeling, right? Hope you can get some time to chill. I'm just resting off a chronic fatigue day. Oh, not fun. /week, really. Oh, I'm so sorry, Jacob. I signed up to play a game of Speak Easy on Saturday. Ooh. I really need to go watch a how to play video tonight. Ooh, I would be freaking pumped for that. Have the best time. Post-poop zoomies, exactly. All right, so we're going to move on to the assign and roll. So we're going to roll our dice. Ooh, nice. So we have 1 dishonor and 1 safe. Okay. And then we're going to just move on to playing our cards out. So let me zoom you guys in. We're going to play these cards out. I am going to play right away Squire Edmund. For every shielded dice, we are going to gain one, whatever it's called. Ooh, I'm not going to be able to do much this round. I don't know. I should be able to... Ugh. I'm not going to be able to shield both of these. Which is fine, I think. Okay. What was I saying? So I'm definitely just going to play this. This is going to get me one of these inspiration dice. And then we'll play this. And then I will play this at the end here. And then I am going to use this inspiration die. Once you roll it, you have to use it. And of course, actually that is exactly what I wanted. Because if it was rolled as this, I would have placed it here to do a shield. But I just get a shield. Wait, hold up. That's the only shield that I have. Dang it. I guess that's fine. So we're going to shield... Do I want to shield this one? Or do I want to shield this one? If I shield this one will be taken away. I will gain a dishonor. But I think I would be okay with that. That way at least I get rid of a die. Which I think I want to do. Just to keep my dice pool down. So I think I'm good with that. Alright. So let me quickly count up everything here. So for my ability here, this is passive. For every rolled safe die, I get 2 damage. So I have 1 safe die for 2. I get 1 damage for every shielded die, so that's another 1 damage. And then I get an additional damage here. So we have a total of 4 damage. We then have 2 buying power at the temple track, and then 1 buying power at the monarchy, which I think I will be okay with. And this gets discarded. This gets discarded. This is not shielded, so I go down 1 on the honor track. This does not get discarded, and then all 4 of these get put into the discard pile. And that is that. Technically, I shouldn't have cleaned that stuff up until we spent stuff here and did the damage and stuff. So that is what we're going to do here. We are going to do the damage. So 4 damage. He's down to 11 health. And then I have Monarchy, spending power of 1. So I am just going to move up 1. That gets me back the honor that I just lost. And then I have a spending power of 2 at the temple track. And I might as well just go 1 to here. That will get me an inspiration die, and then 1 to here. And that will get me another honor. So we're up to 9 honor. Heck yeah! Okay. Didn't get any additional cards into my draw deck, but that's fine. Because we do have the ones that we just got last time. Okay. So that is that. Discard. We're going to draw. I have to reshuffle. Go Team Jenna, the honorable, LOL. My lunch is over. Bye, everyone. Bye, legends. Have a good rest of your day. Oh, gosh. Okay. So we're going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is going to go to our draw deck up here. Let's see what cards we have. Oh, great. We have 2 wound cards. Love that for us. And then some not great cards, to be honest. Yuck. I guess this one's okay. That's okay. I need to get some cards that give me more play actions and some like pickup. I need to pick up more cards. Okay, so those are the cards that I have here. We are going to go into the enemy phase, which this is going to move up. That's going to move this up. That's going to get me... oh, this is going to be a bad round. Oh, no. We're going to get 2 gray dice into the pool. And then it is going to activate this ability here, which is another 2 gray dice. So we have 5 dice in the pool here. Typically in a multiplayer mode, we would be able to split those dice up between people, but because it's just me, I have all 5 of these that I am most definitely not going to be able to shield all of these. That's wild. That's absolutely wild. Oh, and I didn't get a single safe icon. Oh, no. Oh, I hate that. We got 3 wounds and 2 dishonor. Oh, gosh. Maybe we'll, like, be able to get some rerolls up in here. We have 1 shield available to us. Oh, my gosh, that's wild. You freaking kidding me? Okay, so I'm just going to play out the 2 wounds right away. Thankfully, the wounds always allow you to continue playing cards. I will then go this. That will get me a second inspiration die. And then I think I'm going to play the Honorable Deed tucked under here. That will get rid of 1 of these. I will play this at the end here. That's going to allow me to shield 1 of these. So I'm going to shield the black one. And then I think I'm going to use both of these inspiration dice. Solo seems so much harder than the... Oh, shoot! I'm such an idiot. Thank God I remembered. Literally... guys, today I spent like a solid 45 minutes printing these cards here. Guys, in the solo mode, we have a Squire deck, which I was supposed to be using the Squire deck the last few rounds. So thankfully I just remembered now. So we just missed 1 card last round, which would have given us 1 shield. Because you're supposed to flip over a Squire card once each round. So let's just play this out quickly. I would have gotten 1 additional shield, which means that I could have shielded 1 more, which the thing that I didn't shield was a dishonor. So I didn't lose that honor. And I also would have had 1 additional shielded die for that 1 card that gave me. So then I would have had 1 more damage. There we go. There we go. And I would have been able to possibly, with this here, it gives you also an additional tuck action. Or you can't tuck anything on these cards, but you can use inspiration die here. So I could have used the inspiration die to get 2 more inspiration die, but it's okay. And then the card that we have this round is, it just gives me 3 additional damage. Okay. So this kind of makes up for not having those ally cards. My lazy Squire. The Squire showed up a little bit late for the battle. He's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. With his like huge backpack on. He's like, I'm here. What did I miss? Did you die yet? I'm here. I'm glad I said something. Yes, thank you so much, Pudgy Ninja. Because I just like forgot about my Squire. So yes, I do have the like most recently updated Squire deck. They are still working on fixing the Squire deck and making it a little bit better for the solo game. Monty Python ass Squire. Literally. Here he comes with his little, like, his coconuts. I can see it now. Like, oh, so that makes things a bit easier, I guess. Exactly. Holy. So it acts like you have another player that, like, helps you out a little bit. So that's really nice. We get an additional attack there. Doesn't help us with any of these dice that we're going to be gaining, but that's fine. I do still, I think I still want to use both of my inspiration dice. So we're going to roll these. See what I get. All right. Let's use one of these here. That will allow me to get rid of this. Did this one have an arrow on it? It did, but it just gives me one monarchy, which I am not really interested in. And then this here I can either use over on my Squire card to get 3 additional monarchy, or I could use it here to get 2 rerolls. My only thing is I'm kind of scared of the rerolls, because what if I get something worse? That's my question. If I were to get 3 more monarchy, we would have 5 total monarchy. And the things that we can do here are, we could do a 3 and then a 2. That might be helpful. Or we can go 1, 2, 2, but that just gives us an honor, and we're already at full honor. I think I will. I really don't want to get those wounds. I am getting rid of 2 wounds, so I think we just have 1 more wound left in the deck. But I don't want to gain another 2 wounds. That would be wild. Reroll. I think I am going to reroll. I'm just a little bit scared. But we're going to reroll these 2 wounds. Let's reroll 1. Well, actually, let's just start off with 1. Oh, that almost fell. I don't know if you guys can see it. Can you see it? Let me... Look at this die. It's literally on the edge of the table. But it is safe. Ayo! So we got a safe. And then... Let me zoom you guys back over here. We're going to do another one. And it's still a wound. That's fine. So at least we got rid of 1 of the wounds. I'm happy with that. I think I'm good there. All right. Am I going to be able to... I will have to go straight up, I think. Yeah, okay. So that is everything. We're going to do resolve. So we're going to resolve all of our dice here. I am going to gain, unfortunately, 1 additional wound here. And then I'm going to get 2 dishonor. And then I've avoided this one here. We're good. Okay. I could have actually drawn... No, I don't want to do that. So we've done that. I am going to count up all the stuff here, which we have 3 attack from our Squire. Good job, Squire. We have 2 per rolled safe icon. So I have another 2. And that is everything for damage. We then have 1 on the temple track, which I don't know if there's anything I can do with that. And then we have 2 on the monarchy track. Okay. And then we're going to apply the damage. So I'm going to damage 5 here. So he is down to 5 health. Okay. And then we have 1 spending power on this track here, which sadly, that does not get us anything. We either had to get 2 or 3. So we stay in the same place there for temple. We get 2 spending power for the monarchy, so we're going to go up straight. And then that's going to get us 3 of these bottle cards to choose from. Oh, wow. Just all of the same thing. So here, I can either do this one that gets me one of each of the icons for tucking purposes, or I can just get another one of these that give me 2 card draws. I kind of just want to do the card draws, to be honest. I feel like those will be pretty useful. These 2, I will just discard. Okay, so that is everything for my spending. And for the damage. Okay, and then we're going to clean everything up here. These both get put back into the wound deck. And then all 3 of these go into my discard pile. And then all 4 of those get taken away. We have 1 black die still with us. And then I'm going to draw back up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have no wounds. Heck yeah. Okay. 5 cards. And are you kidding me? We're going to move on to the enemy phase. So I am going to move up 1 spot on the enemy phase. There is no skull on this spot, so we're not going to move up on the threat track, thank goodness. But we are going to trigger the enemy's red ability and the enemy's purple ability, which is, I have to add 2 gray dice to the pool, and then I have to discard 1 card. Again. At least we have this here, which I can draw 2 cards. I think I might get rid of Triumphant Stance. The only issue is that is one of the 2 cards that I have here that have the arrows on the side. So maybe I don't do that. Yuck. We're definitely keeping that. Definitely keeping this, and definitely keeping this. Okay. Well, that's fine. We'll get rid of this. Sadly, that means that there's not really much chaining that I can do here. So I'm probably gonna have to hope for more good cards to come out. The squire was finishing lunch and was like, oh crap, I forgot about the fight. Literally. Oh no! Boss is gonna be so mad. Yeah, she is mad. Jenna Beasley, would you say that this game is more fun solo or co-op? Well, unfortunately, I have not had a chance to play it co-op yet. But I've really enjoyed it solo. To be honest, when they first announced this and reached out to me about covering it, I was like, I'm not sure if I'm going to like this because this doesn't seem like the type of game that I personally enjoy. I don't really like monster battler, like enemy battler type games. But I think the deck building and like the chaining and like the general gameplay of what you're doing makes this game something that I really enjoy. Obviously this stream is sponsored, so take that with a grain of salt, but I never really have that affect my thoughts on a game. If I didn't enjoy it, I wouldn't have done the stream. I will only do streams and play games that I actually like. And I actually told Austin that too, and he's like, I don't want you to stream something that you don't enjoy. So I made sure I played this a few times before I said, okay, let's go forward with this stream because I have really enjoyed it. So yes, I really have enjoyed it solo, and I actually really want to play it multiplayer because I feel like I would really like it multiplayer as well. Again, I typically don't like cooperative games, but I feel like the general gameplay of this and the fact that everybody's kind of doing their own thing at the same time, but at the same time working together, if that makes sense, is something that I think would enjoy in a cooperative game. Because I still have kind of my own deck. I'm still working on gaining my own things and working on my own puzzle, but then working on that puzzle along with other people for like a communal thing that we're working towards. I appreciate that. So, yes. All right. So, I've drawn. We've done the enemy. The enemy made me discard a card, and it made me gain... No, it did not make me gain a wound. It made me have the 2 gray dice. All right, so that is everything for the enemy phase. We are going to roll these dice and distribute. Also, I think someone asked somewhere. Oh, yes. You flip the squire card after the dice roll. So yes, you are going to flip the squire card before you move into the action phase. So at the beginning of the action phase, you'll flip over the squire card. Oh gosh, oh no. Hopefully I can do some shielding this round. Because I have, this is a double dishonor, and then both of these are single dishonors. So we're going to lose 4 honor if I'm unable to either re-roll them or shield them. Okay, so we are going to move into the action phase. We're going to flip over this, which right away, heck yeah, we get 2 of the inspiration dice. Okay. Right away, I am going to play this card here. That's going to allow me to play a second card here. I'm going to draw 2 cards for that. 1 and 2. Okay. So I am unable to do anything else right now unless I get something for here. I did draw this one here, which I think I would prefer to keep that to play. So I'm going to roll just one of my inspiration dice. Okay, that gives me an inspiration icon that I can play here. That's going to then allow me to play again. So we're going to be able to start another row. And I will go 1 and so far I have 1 shield, which I actually should do that first. I'm going to shield the double dishonor, obviously. And then I have this shield here. If I don't shield one of those, I'll just lose 2 honor, which I'm currently at 8, so I'll be down to 6, which is not horrible. As of right now, I am not doing any damage, which is not great. I have 5 damage. I think actually, before I play this card, I think I'm going to use one of my potions to allow me to draw 1, 2 more cards. Ooh, yes, that is exactly what I needed. Okay, so I got my Squire Marius, so I'm going to play her because she will give me 3 attack. And then then I will play I can tuck a card to do a reroll if I want. I might as well play this. And then I either play this to finish it off and get 2 rerolls and 1 temple, or I just finish it off with this to get a second shield, or I play this. Yeah, I think that's what I have to do, because that will attack the other 2, so I'll have a total of 5 attack. Before I play that, I think I'm going to tuck this here. This will give me one more on Monarch and then one reroll. I'm going to reroll the black die. Come on. Come on, safe. Of course not. It just gives me the same thing that it did before. Cool. So I think I'm still just going to stick with this here, which is to attack. All right. Oh, sorry, Penny. I only have bears, and I cannot tuck bears anywhere, so these are kind of left over. That is everything for my playing, unless I wanted to roll my inspiration die again. But I don't think I want to. I think I'm going to save this inspiration die for later. So that is everything for me. We are going to have only one shield, which is fine. We are going to have one temple, one monarchy, another monarchy, another temple. Okay, and then 5 damage in total. Okay. Oh, wait. A third monarchy because of the tucked card. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, so then we're going to resolve our dice. Unfortunately, okay, I rolled no safe icons, which sucks. But I do lose 1, 2 honor. It's okay. Everything's fine. I'm going to apply the damage, which is the rest of this. So we are going to defeat this enemy. We're going to move on to the next one. There is one thing that happens with that, so we'll get into that. But we have defeated the enemy. And then we're going to do our spending. So I have 2 for the temple track. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to be able to gain one of the advanced cards. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. And then we have 3 for the monarchy track. So hopefully that'll get us something good on the monarchy track. I can go straight up for 3. And that'll get us another advanced action card. So that'll be another 3 that I can choose from. Ooh. All right. So out of these 3, I have, can you guys see them? Yeah, you're good. We got 2 rerolls in a monarchy. We have 2 draw cards in a temple. We have 3 attack. The 3 attack is kind of tempting. But there's like no, not really that tempting, honestly. There's no tuck ability or anything. This one here gives me one of each of the symbols at the top, which is nice, and 2 rerolls. This gives me 2 of the, ooh, I kind of like that one. This gives me 2 inspiration dice. I feel like I need more inspiration die cards, so I think I might take that one. And then the only issue with this one, I would love this one. Only thing is it doesn't have one of the arrows on the side. So this has to be one of the end cards. But at least this does give me an option of starting another row. So maybe I take this one because it has the card draw that I need. But like the attack cards are good too though. Nah, I don't need any attack cards. Her final words. Maybe I do need attack cards. Everything's fine. Okay. Put those there. And then as for here, this goes back. These all get discarded. We are going to have to reshuffle these. This one, I already lost my honor. So these ones go back to the pool. This one goes back to my own pool. This bottle gets discarded. And I think that is everything. Did I I did. Okay. I was like, did I forget about the Squire deck again? I did not. Everything's fine. Okay, so we've spent our monarchy. We've resolved everything. Good. I think before I gain my cards, we do the end of that kind of enemy phase. So we are going to first get to choose between 2 trait cards. So whenever we defeat an enemy, we're going to have 2 trait cards that we can choose from. Trait cards are going to give us 1 good thing and 1 bad thing. So this here is immediately every player gets 2 inspiration dice. Okay. And then during the next enemy setup, which is now, they get plus 8 more health. Yuck. And then this one here is each resolution phase, I get 2 more temple track spending power. And immediately every player gets rid of the top card of your draw pile. Oh, exiles the top card of your draw pile. I am pretty sure this card, the top of my draw pile, is a wound. And I'm pretty sure I can just get rid of this wound because it's the top of my draw pile. It's literally the only card. And I'm pretty sure I still had 1 more wound in my pile. Or is it in here? Oh, shoot. There's that there. But do we still have 1 more? I think I am going to do this one either way. Because I don't want this next enemy to have 8 more health. That would be crazy. So we're not going to do that. We're going to do this. So at the beginning of every resolution phase, I just get to spend 2 additional temple spending power. So immediately we have to get rid of this top card. Please be a wound. No! Not Squire Edmund! No! This one was so good. This basically gets me 1 additional attack with every shielded die. Dang, the ultimate lunch break. Literally. Hello, welcome, Hawked Matter. Welcome to the stream. Wow, you really just said F you, Squire. Not Squire Edmund. Oh, he was the hero that I started with. Dang it. Screw you, spiteful. The heck, man. Rest in peace, Eddie. You did us greatly. You honor and whatnot. All right, that's fine. Everything's okay. I do have 2 cards here. I can discard these if I would like before drawing. So I do think I'm going to maybe keep this one. A shield is pretty nice to have. But how many dice am I going to have? I'm going to be gaining another 2. So maybe a shield would be nice. I'm going to discard this one. And then we're going to shuffle these up. This is karma for forgetting him? Yeah, this is karma for forgetting I had a Squire. He's like, you know what? Actually, you know what? Oh my gosh, why do I keep on dropping cards? The reason I was late was because I actually want to quit. He's like, oh, I have to tell you something, boss. I actually hate my job. I'm going to leave. Oh my gosh. Jenna, learn how to shuffle. All right. Oh my gosh. If I throw 1 more card, I swear. He took an arrow to the knee and had to retire. Poor Edmund. Oh my gosh. I am done shuffling. Okay, quickly, actually, before we do this, we do need to flip over the next enemy, which is, boom, one-eyed bear. Oh, snap. So the one-eyed bear, oh my god, is so difficult. What the heck? Right away, he's going to make me gain a wound and discard a card. Bro, are you kidding me? Ugh, okay, one-eyed bear we're going against. He gets 25 health. Please, Lord, let me survive. We're going to move all the way down to here. That does trigger the threat track, so we're going to move up. We're going to get 2 black dice added to our pool. And then we're going to trigger his blue ability, which is I gain 1 wound to my discard pile, and I have to discard 1 card. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I was hoping I would maybe get a wound, but I certainly didn't. Which I think I'm going to get rid of this card, which is the one that I discarded before, which is the 2 rerolls and a temple track. So I'll put that there. Penny? Penny? Penne pasta? No, I like bears. Can he be your new squire? Oh, I would love that. Let's just befriend him. That would be nice. Okay, so before we get into anything, we did the enemy thing. We got our traits. We're going to roll our dice. Are you kidding me? Can I roll 1 safe die? We got 4 dishonor. Oh boy. Okay. Hate that for me. And then we're going to go on to playing things. So we're going to flip over our squire card. Immediately we gain a shield, so that's great. We're going to move over this shielded double dishonor. And then I'm going to play this one here. That's going to get us a 2nd shield. I will play this here. That gets us an inspiration die. And then I think I'm going to roll one of these inspiration dice to hopefully trigger my squire's bonus ability. Yep. So we'll go here. That's going to allow me to draw 2 new cards. 1 and 2. Oh. Well, that's absolute garbage. I didn't get a single thing that allows me to play again. Shoot. Well, at least I can play this. Okay. And then I guess I just play this at the end, just so I can do at least some damage. Dang. I could use my 2nd bottle here in order to draw 2 new cards, but I don't know if I want to do that. I could roll this die and hope that I maybe get the draw and play. But if I don't get the draw and play, I will either get this that I can put here to shield, or I will just get a shield. Let's try. Please, Lord, give me a draw and play. Of course you won't give me the draw and play. So I'm just going to play this here to get the 3rd shield that I needed. And then, sadly, I cannot play either of these. So these are going to be put off to the side. I need to get some better cards, people. I need to get some better cards. Okay. So, that is everything. We're going to resolve our dice. Thankfully, we have shielded all of these. If we had Edmund with us, he would have given us 3 damage, but sadly, rest in peace, Edmund. So we resolve our dice. They're all shielded, so they're just going to go back to our pool. And then we're going to apply our damage. I have only done 2 damage, so they're just going to go down to 23. And then as for our spending power, I will say that as I get into the game and get like more focused, I kind of stop using this. It is good if you want to keep track of things, but I kind of forget about it, and I kind of just add up the stuff as I go. So I had the 2 damage there. But it does get useful once you have a lot of cards. But right now, as you can see, I have not many cards. So, 2 damage. I didn't get any additional from that card. We have 1 monarchy. Can we do anything with 1 monarchy? We cannot. And unfortunately, monarchy and temple spending power does not carry over to the next round. So I have no monarchy, but we do have 1, 2, 3, and then I have my each resolution phase, I get 2 additional temple. So we have 5 temple. So I can go up to here. That's going to get me a new equipment card. So we're going to draw 3 and have these 3 to choose from. And then 2 more spending power can put me up to there to get me a inspiration die. Okay. And then these are the 3 that I have to choose from. I can spend a double inspiration. So if I ever roll a double inspiration, I can spend that to get 5 damage. That would be really nice if I could roll the double inspiration. Once per turn, I can exile a card. And then at will, I can re-roll each of my inspiration dice once. Oh, dang. What the heck? I feel like I might as well play my odds, and like if I happen to get a double inspiration, I can just do 5 damage. Or do I do the tempered blade, and I'll be able to at least re-roll my inspiration dice if I get something I don't want? What do you guys think? Damage for double inspiration or re-roll inspiration? Let me know. What do you think would be better? Re-roll! Re-roll's more fun. And like, how often will I be able to get this double inspiration? I'm gonna roll this inspiration die right now. If it's a double inspiration, I'll keep the double inspiration card. Not double inspiration. Reroll it is. Alright. These are the cards that I had left over. How much life does the enemy have? 23. And then we're going to be moving on to the last enemy after that. Okay, let me clean up my space here. These cards get discarded. I'm going to add in my tempered blade. We have 3 dice in our pool now, but we most likely will get even more coming up. Oh my gosh, the enemy's getting +3. This game is hard. Okay, I'm going to keep these, I think, for my hand. I could discard them if I want, but I think I'm going to keep them. So I'm going to draw 3 cards. All right. Cool. I think that's a pretty good hand, actually. Okay, so that is everything for that round. We're going to move on to the next round. We're going to advance the enemy track. That is going to move us up 1 space here. We gain 1 more black die. Hate that. And then the enemy is going to gain 3 1, 2, 3. So they are now at 26. They have more health than they did at the start. I hate this. This is so hard. So that is enemy phase. We're going to roll all of our dice. Enemy is a wimp plus puts. To be fair, it only has one eye. Yeah, true. Okay, so we have 4 black dice. Please give me a few of the safe. Please. Please. Okay, I'm not going to complain. We got 1 safe. We have a double dishonor. We have a wound. And we have a single dishonor. We got 1 of each die face. Love to see it. I would really love to be able to do some re-rolling and maybe get a few more of the safe. Because each safe die that I have is 2 damage. That'd be so nice to be able to do lots of damage. Okay. Squire first. Then... Oh my gosh. I really need more of these play actions. Yuck, yuck, yuck. I think I'm gonna have to use this. I'm gonna use my second bottle. Draw 2 more. 1, 2. Holy, there's my draw cards. What the heck? The only crappy thing is none of these have arrows. Oh my gosh. Okay, well at least some of these have a second play. So what I can do is I'm gonna play this. That's going to end that, but I can draw 2 cards. I'm gonna have a lot of cards this round. 1 and 2. Okay. I think I'm going to... Oh. I did not... Let's see what my Squire card is. Boom. All we have is just inner focus. So I get 2 additional temple. Okay. And if I put a die there, I'll get 4 attack. Okay, so I'm hoping this is going to be for here. So I'll be able to start another line. Now I get the double inspiration. Hello, Ian. Welcome to the stream. How are you? How's it going? That would be great if it were physically possible for you to roll a safe die. Yeah, it'd be great. It would be really great if I could physically roll one of those. Okay, well, we have a double inspiration die, which I am just using for a single spot, sadly. But I am right away going to then be able to play a second line. This is going to get me 2 additional inspiration dice. Ugh. I will then play this here. And then, oh my gosh. I would really like some shields. This one gives me shields. Well, 1 shield, at least. I'm gonna roll. Okay. Draw. Do I want that? Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna complain, because I was going to place it here to play again, but this gives me the play and it gets me a draw. Hate that. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? So I'm going to play this wound here. And then can still place something here. Which actually, before this, I should probably finish that action. Draw 2 more cards! Just doing a lot of card drawing this time. Things are good. We just played our first game of Spooktacular, and my copy of Tend delivered today. I'm so happy that Tend is delivering. Probably one of my favorite games of this year. Draw 2 cards. Oh, great. We got a second wound. Love that for me. So that is the end of that line. I can start a new line. We'll do boom. Get rid of these wounds. Boom, boom. Boom. Have I not shielded anything? We have 1 shield, which I'm going to shield this dishonor here. And then I'll end with this here. That way I can put this one here. So I'm going to get rid of both of these wounds. Cool, cool. I have 2 shields. So 1 and then 2. Or maybe I should, maybe I'll do the safe one. And then I would really love to be able to place one here so I can do damage. Because as of right now, I am not doing any damage. Well, I'm doing 2 damage currently. Please give me an inspiration. Heck yeah! So this is going to go here so I can do at least 4 damage. Okay, and then this one is left over. Unless there's somewhere that I can tuck this. I can actually tuck underneath this one. Might as well. Because then that will allow me to re-roll something. Let's see if I can get something better. I'll just roll this wound. Please, safe. Another wound. Great. Okay. So, I think that is everything. All right. Let me count up everything because I am unsure of everything because we did a lot in this turn. So, we are going to, let me first resolve, no, we're going to just count up everything first. So 4 damage, I've done 4 damage here with my squire. For every safe die I've rolled, which is 1, I get 2 damage. Yes, and then I get another 3 damage for Squire Marius, so we're at 9 damage. And then, unfortunately, no other damage. And then, as for the different icons, we have Monarchy, which we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Monarchy. Heck yeah. And then we do have our Piety, which gives us 2 Temple. Plus we get another 2 from our Squire. We have 1, 2 more in our Tableau. So we have 6 of each of the tracks, which is awesome. And I believe that is everything. We do have the 2 wounds here, which are going to get discarded, which is great. We've shielded 2 dice. So I do gain 1 wound to here and 1 dishonor. So we're at 5, not great. This die gets discarded And then we keep these 3. All 3 of these inspiration dice go back here. These 2 wounds go back in the pile. 10 was my number 4 most anticipated for the year. So excited for it. I think you guys will all really, really like 10. It is absolutely fantastic. All right. And then all of these get discarded. And then we are going to do some damage. So we are damaging for 9 damage. So they are from 26 down to 17. Okay, we're good. And then 6 temple and 6 monarchy. So what can we do here? We can go here to get rid of a die, then here to get 2 inspiration dice. That would be pretty nice, because we do have 3 dice, which is not great. So maybe I'll do that. I'll go up here for 2 to get rid of one of our black dice. And then for 4, I'm going to gain 2 inspiration dice. And then for monarchy, we have 6 spending power as well. And let's go 2 to get an honor back, and 4 to get one of these. I keep on thinking that the fist is a hero card, but it's not. But I think I would like another one of these. So we have, ooh. For every 2 temple icons, draw a card. For every rolled safe, which we don't get often, is 1 play action, which actually that might be really helpful. And then here's a passive, which is all of my lion icons are wild icons. What happens if you reach the end of the monarchy temple tracks? You restart. I believe you just don't get to go up anymore. Hit him hard. Yes. They sent me an email that said they told UPS about my tend, but have not given it to them yet. Oh, okay. So at least you know it's coming soon. I think I'm going to do the sturdy shield, because this will allow me to, if I am able to get a safe icon rolled with my dice, I'll get a play action, which I've been desperately needing the play actions. So we have that ongoing ability there. And these get discarded. So we've spent all of our money for our tracks. Okay, guys, at 17, we are finished with the spending, so I do get to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, reshuffle our cards. We get 1 more card, but I do believe he's going to make me discard 1. Of course he is. Bro, this one-eyed bear is tough. Okay, so it's going to get me 1 more card. These go there. And of course, I didn't get any of the wound cards to just discard. That's what I normally do. I feel like it's not actually that great to do that, but ugh, this is bad. And I don't have any cards that get me more draw actions. Shoot. Okay, so we're going to move up the enemy track. That's going to move up the, oh gosh. We have 3 gray dice being added to our pool. And he is going to, are you kidding me? He's going to make me gain a wound and discard a card. And he's also going to get or add 2 more danger dice to the pool. Are you kidding me? This is wild. This is like the most difficult of games. Ugh. We have all of these dice to deal with. And I need to discard one of these. So. Oh my gosh. This is the worst. This is the worst. Are you kidding me? I have no shields. This one has a shield, but it's not gonna do me any good. Oh my gosh. I need to keep this one because it has a shield. This gives me some re-rolls, so maybe I can re-roll stuff and hope for the best. This one gives me damage, which I need to do damage. And then these ones have arrows, which are helpful. I think I'm gonna have to do little to no damage this round. I'm gonna discard this one. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? Okay, let's roll all these dice. Just roll 12 safe dice in a row. Yeah, really, really simple. Yeah, really simple. Please, as many safe dice as possible. Literally one. Are you kidding me? Wound, wound, wound. That was a wound. 4 wounds. Okay, cool. Cool, love that for me. This was a wound. And then 3 dishonor. Things are not going well for me, unfortunately. Alright. I'm going to play this one right away. That gives me 1 inspiration die. I have 3 of them, which is quite nice. And then I'm gonna play this one. I get a free play for this one singular one here that was safe. But I am gonna do 2 re-rolls. I'm gonna re-roll this black one and this double dishonor. Maybe no. Maybe I re-roll. Actually, let's wait here. I'm going to do 1 reroll with this one. Please let it be safe. Of course not. Okay. And then I'm going to reroll the double dishonor to be a safe. Of course not. Oh, at least now still have 3 dishonor, but now I have 3 wounds instead of 4. Cool. Love that. Okay, because I at least have 1 safe die, I do get 1 free play, which I am going to play this one and then this one. That's literally all I can do. Except this will then allow me to go boom, get rid of 1 wound. And then I am I'm gonna roll 1 of my inspiration dice to hopefully get an inspiration. Okay. That'll get me a 2nd shield. And I will use that to shield. Do I shield one of the honors? How many honor do I have? 6? I should probably shield one of them. Okay, and then I am going to roll another one of my inspiration dice. The Squire! Why do I keep on forgetting about the Squire? Boom. Okay. It's just the same thing as last time. Except for this one just gives me an extra shield. Okay, that's fine. I am going to roll this again. Well, I'm going to roll this first to maybe do 2 more rerolls, or I could even do another shield. Thanks for reminding me, Mr. Keko. Appreciate it. Ooh. All right, we're just going to leave it at that. Do I want to do another reroll? I'm going to go here. That's going to shield another die. I will shield another wound. And then I'm going to reroll I'm going to roll my third one here. Lady Jenna of the Rose, forgetter of squires. Yep, forgetter of squires. Don't forget about the squire. Hogan, you also reminded me. I'm so sorry. Okay, we're going to roll this. And I'm going to put this here. And that's going to allow me to do 2 rerolls. I'm going to reroll one of these. Please be safe. And I'm going to reroll it again. Please be safe. Okay, everybody. So I have 3 shields. Okay, that's all I can do. Oh, wait. No, I can't re-roll anything. Okay, everybody. So that was my turn. Nothing crazy. I am going to get 2 damage for my 1 safe die. I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the temple track. And no, 7 on the temple track, because I have another 2 for my piety. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 2 on the monarchy track. Okay. Hopefully this will get us something that can do some damage. That would be great. And then did some rerolls. Okay. So we're going to do these here. I get 2 wounds. Not happy about that. 2 wounds. We're going to get 1 dishonor and then 1 safe. Okay. So then these 5 gray ones go back to the pool. Thank goodness. This I did not shield, so both of these are still with me. I used all 3 of these dice, so those are going back there. And then these get discarded. Okay, so I do 2 damage. They are down to 15 health. I'm not doing well. And then we have 2 for monarchy, which I don't think I'm going to be able to do anything with those. So nothing for monarchy. Everything kind of gets more expensive as you go up the tracks, unfortunately. And then we have 7 temple. So actually, I'm going to go up here for 2. That's going to get me an honor. And then I'm going to go up here for 4. And that is going to only be 6, but there's nothing else that I can do. But that's going to get me a hero, which we desperately need another hero since losing Edmund. So here is what we have. All right, these are our options. You need to work on die rolling skills. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. My die rolling skills are awful. Okay, so hate all of these, to be honest with you. We have Dame Isolde. Don't really like him. He gives me 2 rerolls, which, like, let's be honest, I kind of need that. And then he gives me the option to be able to do 2 damage for every lion that I tuck under him, which is very nice. And that's one of the reasons I'm kind of wanting to take him, is for his tucking ability. Here, this one is, it has an arrow on the side. This is Highness Gideon. He gives me 1 on the temple track and then 2 draws, plus more draws for every owl that I tuck. To be honest, I'm kind of feeling Dame. Dame Isolde. Is sold. Don't know if that's the correct pronunciation. But I kind of want to do that. See if I can tuck lots of lions. Okay. That is everything. I got a new hero. Okay. So then discard, draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, all right. Okay, that's a pretty good hand. I like that. And then we're going to move this up. Thankfully, this is not going to trigger the threat track, but it is going to trigger the One-Eyed Bear's red ability, which is adding 2 gray dice into here. Okay. Those are my dice there. That is everything. We have 15 damage we need to do. Can we do it in 1 turn? Let's see. All right, so I'm going to roll these dice. Safe dice. We got 1, whoop whoop. And then we got 2 wounds and 1 dishonor. Okay, that's all right. I'm okay with that. And then, before I do anything, Squire card. Boom. Kind of crappy. It gets me 2 on the monarchy track, and then here we have a draw card, play a card if I play an inspiration on there. Okay. So, right away, would love some inspiration dice, so we're going to do that. Place those there. Okay, she allows me to attack. I do get 1 free play because of my 1 safe icon there. So I will end here. That makes me draw 2 cards. 1 and 2. Okay. We'll go this here. That gets me 1 shield. I will shield 1 of these. Play this. Shield. How many wounds do I have? I have 3 wounds. I don't think I have any wounds in there. I would get 1 additional wound. I'm going to roll 1 of my inspiration dice. Nice. That will get me a play and a draw. Cool. I'll play this here. That gets me 2 draws. 1. Oh, I do have a wound. 2. Okay. Yuck. And I'm going to roll 2nd inspiration die. That gets me... Ooh. I'm going to put this onto the Squire card. That allows me to draw and play. So I'll be able to shuffle. I have to go, so I'm causing bad luck. You'll be saved. Oh no. Goodbye, Hogan. She's cooking. She's cooking. She's cooking. Okay, so I get a draw. Please do not be a frickin' wound. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. No wound. I do get to play So this is going to be a separate line. So we're going to do boom, boom. That's a good card if I could tuck two things, but I cannot. I'm gonna play that, and then I'm going to tuck this. Oh, I wish I had one more. Dang it. I guess I'll tuck it here. Is that really what I want to do? I guess. I really am not very good at getting attack things. But at least I have 3 rerolls right now. So let me roll this wound one that I've already shielded. You freaking kidding me? I'm rerolling it again. Yes! Another safe icon. So that's 2 rerolls. I have 1 more. Let me re-roll this wound. Yeah. Re-roll this wound. Safe. Of course not, but it's fine because it's already shielded. Okay, so those are my 3 re-rolls. And I think that is everything. The second safe icon that I had, I could play again, but I do not have anything to play, so that is fine. So that is everything there. Let me count up how much damage I am doing. So I have 2 safe dice, so that's going to get me 4 damage. I then have 3 more, so 1, 2, 3, so we're at 7. Really wish I could have tucked underneath this one for another 4, but sadly no. So 7 is the total damage. All right. And then as for temple and stuff, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 temple. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 monarchy. Okay. So that's everything, I believe. Was not able to tuck to get rid of this wound, but it's fine. All these get discarded. And then this die was shielded, so it gets put back. Both gray. Oh, I do get 1 dishonor. Both gray go back to the pool. And this one just goes back here. That goes here. That goes here. Okay, so 7 damage. So we are now at 8. 8 for him. And then I can spend 5 temple and 5 monarchy. Let me see. So 5 temple. So it looks like the only thing I can do is I can go up on an angle. I can't go straight because that costs 6. So I'm going to go up on an angle. That's going to get me 2 inspiration dice. So that was for my temple. And then 7 for monarchy. So I can either go on an angle, get a bottle, and then straight to get a honor, or I could go on an angle and get rid of 2 dice, but I only have 1. What's going to be happening here? I'm not going to be gaining any dice this round. So like, I don't really need to get rid of any. So let me go up to here to get one of these. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then, let me zoom you guys out again. And then, so that was 4. And then for 3, I'll go up here and get an honor instead of getting rid of 2 dice. Okay. So that's all of my monarchy. And then as for here, ooh, right away, I'm almost tempted to do this just so I can exile one of the wounds that we have. Because we have a lot of wounds. Discard. Okay. So that is everything for that. We spent. Discard cards. Draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of, lots of wounds. But thankfully we can just get rid of one of them at least. Okay. I really wanted to get something that would give me more, more attack. I feel like I'm not really doing a ton of attacking. And now that we don't have very many dice, there's a little bit less of a chance of me getting the safe dice in order to get more attacks through those. Okay. So for here, we're going to move down. That is going to put us up on the threat track. Thankfully, this spot does not add any dice, which is really nice. But we are going to gain yet another freaking wound. And we discard 1 card. And I'm just going to discard one of the wounds because I cannot with these freaking wounds. And there's really not much I'm going to be able to do this round, which is kind of crappy. All right, so that is that. We're going to move right into actions. We're going to flip over a Squire card. Boom. Thank goodness. This is actually really nice. I get 3 attack, and then also I can use an inspiration die to get 2 additional cards. I actually need to roll this dice. Oh my goodness. We love to see it. We're safe. All right, right away. I think I'm just going to... Do I just want to right away just get rid of this wound card? I think so. I'm going to use my Elixir of Guile just to get rid of this wound card. Get out of here, please. I don't want you. And then we're just going to play this. Will get me that. This will get me nothing as of right now. And then this. I am going to roll 1. Of course I start getting these double inspirations. This will go here. Let me draw 2 more cards. Okay. Don't really like either of those, to be honest with you. I do get a free play because I have 1 safe die. And I think I'll just play this one here. Is that what I want? Because if I get 2 monarchy, I'm not going to be able to do anything with that monarchy. Because I either need 4 or 5 monarchy to even move. So it's kind of pointless for me to do that. I don't really want any rerolls though. So I guess this is better because this will then get me to get rid of this die at least. And then I don't need to use these. I think I'm good. I think I'm good with that. I'm not going to be able to do too much, but I think that's fine. If only you didn't throw Squire Eddie to the wolves earlier. Tell me about it. Poor Eddie. Okay, so that is everything for me. Did not do much that round at all, which really sucks. We're getting so close to beating this freaking one-eyed bear. which actually we could potentially beat him this round. I think we're like 1 away from beating him, which really, really sucks. Hold up. You know what? Instead of doing this, I'm not going to shield that. I'm actually going to play this. And I'm going to roll one of my inspiration dice. Get an inspiration. And then I'm going to place it here because that gets me another 2 damage. Because then I think in total I have 2. Wait, even without that, do I have enough? 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I would be 1 away, but with this, I kill him. Woohoo! Okay, cool. Love that. All right, so with damage, like I said, I do have 9 damage in total because we have 1, 2, 3. I have 1 safe die, so that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then temple track, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get anything with 4. No, are you kidding me? And then I think that's it. I didn't get any monarchy. I'm not doing rerolls. That's not happening. Okay. Oh, that's such a bummer. Is there no way for me to get any more temple? Because the only way for me to move up is if I get 5 or 6. Oh, that's really unfortunate. Okay, that's fine. At least we kill the guy. At least we kill the bear. Alright, so resolution phase. I had a safe here, so we're good. And then we're going to apply damage. It's 9, he has 8, so he's going down to 0. Rest in peace, bear. We're going to spend. We cannot spend, unfortunately, because we do not have enough. So all of these are just going to go to 0. And then we're going to clean up. So both of these go back here. These all get discarded. Unfortunately, because I didn't shield this, it does get put back into the supply. I have this one here, which I think I might keep for now. And I think that's it. So then we have killed the one-eyed bear. Rest in peace. Oh, we're going to move on to the next enemy. Prepare yourselves. This is First Blood of the Zodi. Zotai. This one actually brings in another die, which is this really cool die here that has 4 sides. It has a 1, a 2, a 3, and a blank. I'm going to roll this each time we do an enemy phase, and depending on which of his abilities are triggered, something's going to happen based off of the die roll. So this is just going to stay beside him. This is going to trigger wherever he is. So this is going to, because if it was up here, I would move it back down to the bottom. So this is going to trigger a threat. So we're going to get 2 black die added. And then it's going to be his, oh no. It's going to be his red ability, which if I roll a 1 or a 2, it's discard 1. If I roll a 3, it's discard 2. And I'm assuming if I roll the blank, I discard none. So let's see what I roll. Please give me good die rolls. Heck yes, I don't have to discard anything. Whoop whoop. So I will say I'm keeping this. This is my second card. Absolute garbage. We're going to shuffle these up. Do. Oh, Mr. Kecko, I think I forgot to answer your question, which is, what is the Squire? So the Squire is, in the solo mode, you have a Squire deck, which is basically just acting as one of your allies, because in the multiplayer game, players can help each other by using their cards. But obviously in the solo mode, you do not have the abilities of the ally cards. So the squire kind of takes that role and helps you a little bit. So you have some help from your squire. Okay. Oh, this one wants to be in the pile. Okay, kind of crappy. All right. So I have 5 cards here. I don't have to discard anything. Thank goodness. Ugh, yuck. Okay, and then we're gonna roll. Safe. Safe. Oh my god. Do you guys see this roll right now? Are you kidding me? If I don't shield these, I'm dead. All 3 of these are double dishonors. 2, 4, 6 dishonor. Oh my god. Okay. You had already answered me, but it was just a reminder. Okay. That is a horrible roll. That doesn't look very safe. It does not indeed look very safe. Oh my goodness. Well, I thankfully have 2 rerolls here, so that's nice. Oh my lord. And not a single one of these are a safe icon, so I don't have a free play here, unfortunately. Okay, how can I do this? This is bad. This is really bad. Greetings from Montreal. Nice to see you checking out Honor's End, considering whether to buy it or not still. Hello, Gabrielle. Welcome to the stream. How are you? Yeah, this is a fun one. Hopefully, you know, watching this will make you, you know, figure out if you want to or not. Double dishonor is 1/8. Yep, I'm pretty sure. One of the 8 sides. Yep. That's crazy that I rolled 3 double dishonors. That's crazy. Dice were like, Honor's End? We can arrange that. Literally. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well then, let's see here. Let me just do a little boop. That's not going to do much. And then a little boop. That will allow me to draw 1, 2 cards. Oh, I got 2, both of my heroes. Oh, shoot. We are supposed to set this. Oh my gosh, bro, are you kidding me? He has 40 health. Yeah, I'm definitely not winning this game. But you never know. You never know. Okay, so I need to figure out a way to get another play, which I can roll this inspiration die. Forgot to do the squire. Boom. That's not good enough. That's not gonna get me much. The thing is that I really need some shields. Okay, so well, at least I can do this. That will allow me to do another play. It is so hard. I'm gonna do this. Of course that needs an owl. Well, that's not gonna happen. And then I'll do this. And then I'm gonna use this card here to tuck. And that's going to allow me to do 2 re-rolls. I'm going to shield one of them. 2 re-rolls. I'm going to re-roll this one. Okay. And then I'll re-roll this one. Okay. So I've shielded the 2 dishonors, and then I'm just going to get 1 dishonor and 1 wound. I think I'm okay with that. And I can't play anything else. So I think that's all I can do, sadly. Did not get any safe symbols, unfortunately. And that is everything. So those are my 2 left over. How much damage are we doing? Oh, I could have done another 4 damage if I was able to put something here, but I could not. That's fine. So we are doing a total of 3 damage. Yeah, so much damage done. And then we have 3 temple, which that's not going to get us anywhere. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 monarchy. Is that going to get us something at least? It will get us a hero. Oh, thank goodness. Squire, question mark? Yep. Got it. Yes, Gabrielle, doing fine, thank you. Thank you so much for hanging out. Okay. So, that is everything here. I'm going to get 1. I have so many wounds. It's not good. Which I'm pretty sure in the solo mode, you add 10 wounds to this deck. And if you ever run out of wounds, I do believe that every additional wound that you would get, you go down in dishonor. Or down in honor. So I get 1 wound, 1 dishonor. And then none of these get taken away, unfortunately. This gets put back here. These all get discarded. For these, I'm going to keep him and I'm going to discard this wound. And then we are going to spend and do damage. So he is down. That was my elbow. I did not fart, I promise. It's going to go down to 37, which is not great. I think we're honestly going to run out of time for sure. And then I have 5 monarchy, so I'm going to go up straight here, and we're going to be able to choose a new hero. Ooh, okay. For every set of monarchy and temple, 2 damage. I think this might be the winner. Yeah. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. They're going there. These get discarded. This looks really fun. I really like the art style and design. Edward Woods, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I feel like they did really well with the aesthetic of the game. And like the art is fantastic. And my favorite part of the game is the like card playing. I feel like that really is like something I love. We're going to draw 4 more cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 more cards into our hand. Ugh, we were so close to getting no wounds. Crappy. Not good at all. Oh my goodness gracious. That's a really bad hand of cards, guys. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's not getting us much. Okay. So we're going on to the enemy phase again. We're gonna move up. So that's gonna move us up here. We're gonna get another 2 black dice. That gets added to our pool. We now have 5 black dice in our pool. And then we're going to roll this. I think we just roll this once, and then that applies to both of their abilities. Because it says roll this die once per enemy phase. So we're going to roll this. Please be a blank. Oh, of course it's a 3. So the 3 is going to make me discard 2 cards. Oh no. But thankfully, it does not gain any additional things for this here. So that's good. So 3, I have to discard 3 cards. Oh my gosh, you're kidding me. I mean 2 cards, sorry. That's so bad. I'm obviously going to discard this. And then I either discard this or this. Or do I just discard this? Maybe I just discard this. And hope that I get some safe dice here. Oh, I think I'm going to be losing soon, guys. Rest in peace, Jenna. Is this what I do next? Yes. Oh my goodness. You have to be actually kidding me right now. I have gotten the worst rolls I have ever gotten in any game. This is so bad. We got double dishonor, 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 double dishonor, dishonor. We have a total of 7 dishonor here, people. Oops, that was a double dishonor. Double dishonor, double dishonor, 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 dishonor. Cool, cool, cool. Cool, love that. Cool, awesome. Haha, haha. And I was really banking on me being able to play an additional time if I rolled a safe icon. So, let's actually see first. Squire card. Dice like Mushu from Mulan out here tonight. Yeah, it's awful. What are the losing conditions beside dishonor? So it's either if I lose all of my dishonor. Actually, let me move guys over here. So it's either if I reach the end of this track. So if I get to 0 honor or 0 dishonor. Or my threat track makes it all the way up to the top. So this will be my last round. And then if I'm unable to beat the final boss within that time frame, I lose the game. So it's either you run out of time with the threat track or you run out of health with your honor track. Is there anything on those dice besides dishonor? You'd think there would. You know, you'd think there's not. But there is. Ooh, perfect. This is great for me. So here I get 3 re-rolls. Isn't that nice? I'm actually going to do those right away. I'm going to re-roll this double dishonor. And this is going to get me a safe. No, it's just going to be a double dishonor again. Look at that. Right there. Nice double dishonor again. Let me move you guys over here. Okay, that's my first re-roll. Second one, this is going to be a safe icon, right? No, it is indeed another... It's another double dishonor. Are you kidding me? This is crazy. Third reroll. And what is it? Oh, wow. It's a single dishonor. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Cool, cool, cool. All right. So, my only option here, I'm going to play this into this. This is going to give me... Actually, you know what? I'm not going to play this. I am simply just going to play this. This is literally all I can do for now. And we get 2 rerolls. This double dishonor, getting rerolled. Safe icon. Yes, that's exactly what I needed. Okay, that's 1 reroll, and then I get to reroll this again. I'll do another one. Come on, safe icon. A double dishonor. Cool, 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 cool. I think I just lost the game. Yeah, I don't think there's much I can do. Oh my gosh, that's freaking crazy, man. Okay, so I do have 1 safe icon, which means I can play again. Okay, so I didn't lose quite yet. So I'll do that. And that's going to allow me to shield this double dishonor. Okay, we are holding on for dear life. What is this safe you keep on talking about? There's no safety here. There's no safety at all. I did not gain any inspiration dice, which would have been really nice to have. Actually, you know what? I don't have to play this because this is not going to get me anything. And then I can use this to tuck underneath him, and that will get me at least 2 more damage there. Because I can just play this and that'll be it. Okay, so we have a total of 0. Oh, we have 2 on the temple track. That's not getting me anything. I'm not even going to do that because of my piety here. Oh, you know what I just realized? We forgot to do a trait card. Ugh. So whenever I beat one of the enemies, I'm supposed to get a trait card. And I only got one for beating the first enemy, not the second one. So here... Okay, that's fine. I'm going to take this one here. And then this one I'm going to discard. But this one here is immediately I gain 2 inspiration dice. And then I also get a wound card immediately. So that's fine. I have so many of those. So this is just a one and done. They're both immediate things that I get. And I'll just keep that there to the side. But I don't think I'm going to use any of my dice. I'm just going to leave them for this round. So as for damage, if I use one of my inspiration dice here, I will have 5 temple. And that would get me an action card. Maybe I do that. I'm going to use one of the inspiration dice. I'm going to put that here. And that's going to get me 5 on the temple track. So at least I can do something there to get me something. And then for damage, I have a total of 4 damage. 4 damage in total. I could roll another inspiration die and put it here, but I don't really want to do that. I think I'm good with just that. My thing is, if I used this here, would that count as 2 of the bear icons? I don't think it does. So I think I'm just going to keep it like that. Okay. So we are going to resolve dice. So sadly, I am going to lose 3 honor. 1, 2, 3. So I have 2 honor left. And that is that. All of these, unfortunately, are going to stay with me because I did not heal any of the safe icons. We're going to apply damage. So they are now at 33. We're getting there. And then temple track spending, I'm going to go up to here. That's going to allow me to choose one of these 3. I'm going to take this one here that gives me 2 of the inspiration dice. And then if I put 2 owls here, I'll get 5 damage. I think that's probably my best bet. These are going to get discarded. And then we're going to wipe this. I think I only have 2 rounds left in order to beat them, and I don't think it's going to happen. So we'll see how that works. I also have still these here, which I have to deal with, plus any additional ones I get, which I don't think we're getting any additional ones this round, which is good. These will go here. I'll get 5 new cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many wounds? 0 wounds. Oh, this is great. Okay. Decent. Okay. That is everything for me. We're going to move on to the enemy phase. This is going to move up once. That's going to move up the threat track once. Doesn't add any dice, thank goodness. But the next movement adds 4 black dice. So that's crazy. And then we're going to roll this, and it's going to trigger its blue and yellow, or blue and red abilities, sorry. Please be the blank 2. So I have to discard 1, and we're adding 2 gray die. Dice faces are apparently dishonor, US spelling, double dishonor, US spelling, dishonor, non-US spelling. Jeff, whose last name is Dishonor. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we have a lot of dice to deal with this round. And I do have to discard 1 card. Which I really didn't want to have to do that. Hate that for me. Okay, I think I'm going to discard this one here. It would give me, ugh. I don't have any rerolls this round. So like, I really just need to try to do some damage. So I think my best bet is to do this. I'm gonna discard that. I really do hate that, but it's fine. And we are going to roll these dice. Oh my goodness. Look at that. 2 safe. Huh. 2 wounds. 2 double dishonors. And 1 dishonor. Wow. Look at us go. I think this might be the last round, people. This is not looking good for me. Okay, I'm going to right away play this. That's gonna get us, oh wait, Squire card. Boom. Oh. I definitely would have discarded something different if I saw that, but that's fine. So I immediately get 2 for my Squire card, and then I'm gonna get another 2 for this card. And then I will play this. That's going to allow me to shield. I'm going to shield this black double dishonor. Okay. And then I will play this. That's going to allow me to draw 1, 2 cards. Cool, cool. I do have 2 free plays because of each of these safe icons. So I guess I'll just play boom, boom, and then boom. But actually, maybe I should wait. Let me do, roll this once, place this here. That's going to allow me to do 3 re-rolls. Let me re-roll this, this single dishonor. Please, safe. Nope, single dishonor, cool. Re-roll again, safe. Nope. Third re-roll, safe. No, of course not. Oh boy. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna re-roll. I'm gonna roll this. This will allow me to go here to get rid of this wound. And then I do get a free, and I'll do that. I think that's really all I can do. My hopes would be maybe to roll some of these and re-roll them and hopefully get shields. Let me try that maybe. I'll re-roll or 1. Do I want that? I could draw and play. But is that just going to be another? Oh, I don't think it will be. I'll take that. I'm going to draw the last card here. It is 1. Okay. Let's roll another one of these. Shield. Not shield. I get to re-roll it once because of my tempered blade. Can re-roll each once. Shield. Of course not. I'll place this here to get rid of that wound. And then, oh my gosh. Last inspiration die. Shield. Heck yeah, we get 1 shield. And I will just, oh my gosh. I guess I'll just shield one of these. I would really like to get rid of some of these dice, but I guess that's not happening. Okay. So that is everything. Didn't do much again, but it's fine. So we did have 2 shields. We have 2 shielded dice. I think I might have survived that round somehow, but we did not do much damage. So let's count up the damage. I have 2 safe dice, so that is 4 damage in total, plus 1, plus 2, so 7 damage. Okay, and then 1, 2, 2 on the temple track, and 2 on the monarchy track, plus another 2 on the temple track, so we have 4. But I don't think that's going to get me anything. And I believe that is all. So I do get 2 wounds, which I will say I am getting rid of both of these wounds, but we'll just put them back into my deck here because I gained 2 wounds from here. Oh, shoot. Why didn't I get rid of this one? What the heck was I thinking? Guys, I should have shielded that instead of this. So I would have gotten 1 additional wound. Idiot. Okay. So these 2 gray ones are going to get taken away. These ones stay. All of these inspiration dice go back here. These go into my discard pile. Okay. I am doing 7 damage, so they are down to 26. 26. Now, this is when I die, for sure. Oh, actually, no. Maybe. Most likely, yes. So this is going to go up to here. Before I do that, actually, we are going to reshuffle our deck here. Psh, who thinks when they play games? Psh, yeah, who thinks? Oh my gosh. Let's learn how to shuffle, Jenna. I'm going to do a little riffle shuffle. Hopefully you guys don't mind. This is going to be the end. Oh, am I able to do anything with 4? I can! I can go up straight up with Temple. And that's going to get me 1 honor. And then Monarchy cannot do anything with 2. Gasp! Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Okay, we have 1 wound. Not bad. This is 0. Okay, so this is moved up. It doesn't move up this, so we do have 1 more round to possibly go before I lose. We're gonna roll this enemy's die. We got a 1, which means we're gonna add 2 gray die, and we have to discard 1 card, which I will just discard the wound. And nothing happened for the 3rd one because it only happens if you roll the blank. Okay. That's that. So let's roll these. See what we have. Bold move, rolling on a wood table with no tray. Hello, Kirk. How are you? You're not wrong. I actually should have gotten my beautiful board game garden dice tray. It wouldn't have matched the vibes, though, of this game. I have had the absolute worst rolls in this game ever. Kirk, you missed. I rolled 3 of the black danger dice. All 3 of them, double dishonor. It was wild. So we have 3 dishonor and 4 wounds. I have so many wounds. It's crazy. Okay, so I don't have much to work with here. Not gonna lie. Okay, we're gonna do, nope, Jenna, before you do anything, Squire card. Last Squire card, unfortunately. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. So we get to draw 2 more cards. 1, oh wow, a wound. 2, oh, thank goodness, not a wound. Okay. So I definitely want to try to get this here because he's at 26 health. I have not a single shield. So I think we're dying. Let me just tell you guys. We're going to get 2 here. And then I'll play this one. That'll get me a 3rd inspiration die. Unfortunately, we did not roll a single safe die, so neither of these things are happening, and I don't think there's any way for me to get any rerolls or any additional cards, except for if I roll one of my inspiration dice. So let's do that. One singular inspiration, which I can re-roll once. So I'm going to do that. Please. Please. Oh, yes. So we got a double inspiration. That's going to go here, because that is going to allow me to attack him for 5. And then, people, prepare yourselves for me doing absolutely nothing. Okay, I will play this, and then this, and then this, and then I will roll singular inspiration to here to allow me to play this, and then inspiration die, draw and play. Two rerolls. Will that do anything for me? Probably not. Let's re-roll one of these black dishonors, or maybe I'm going to re-roll one of these wound cards. I am recovering from nose surgery, but hopefully will be fully well soon. Oh no. What did you do to your nose, Kirk? Or did you get it like cauterized? Is that, because I think my brother-in-law had like surgery. I guess that wasn't really surgery though. Nope. Let's re-roll again. We got 2 re-rolls. Safe. No. Oh, no. I think I'm dead. No. Yeah, I think that might be the end for me. Oh, shoot. We were not able to do anything with any of this here. That is bad. Ugh. Okay. Well, let's count up things here. I'm going to blame my awful rolling for this loss. Sorry. English is hard. I don't think it helped you roll as bad as you probably could throughout the whole game. Yeah. Literally, like, crazy the amount of bad rolls I had. So they did a few things, open up my nasal passage. Oh, okay. So it was more so about, like, your breathing and stuff. This is all Edmund's fault. Yeah, Edmund. Kirk, really, in this game, right off the bat, I lost my initial hero. Because one of the, like, things, or actually it was this. So it was right when I finished fighting the first enemy, I had to draw the top card of my draw pile. I had 1 card left in my draw pile. I personally, in my head, thought it was a wound card, so I'm like, that's fine. We'll take this trait card. I'll just exile the top card of my deck. I know it's a wound. It was not a wound. It was my hero. So, yeah. Rest in peace, Edmund. You'll be forevermore missed. Okay, so in total for, whatever it's called, damage, we have 5, 6, 7, 8 damage. That's not getting us to 0, sadly, before we die. Tough start, I know. And then I have just gotten awful rolls the entire game. So that has not been very nice. But it's fine. It was a good time. And I focused more on attacking rather than keeping my health up. In a lot of my other games, I focused too much on shielding stuff and making sure I didn't lose health, and I kind of didn't focus on attacking. And so I ran out of time before I was able to kill the enemies. So, yeah, not great. Total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for temple. Honestly, I don't think any of this really matters because I'm going to lose. And then I have 1, 2 for monarchy. So then you go into resolve phase. Unfortunately, we do have to resolve this, which I get 3 wounds. So I get the remaining wounds in this deck all to here, and then I get 4 dishonor, which gets me to 0. So unfortunately, I did lose. I've lost all of my honor to First Blood of Zodi. I don't know why Austin put me through this. I will let you guys know that Austin told me to put these 3 specific enemies in my deck, and I think Austin thought that I was more skilled at this game than I actually am. So he put in this guy, which is crazy. He put in the one-eyed bear, crazy. And then the first one, this guy, the frenzied deserters, they were okay. They were quite simple. But the other 2, not so much. Holy manoli. So let's just say it's Austin's fault. If Austin comes back and watches this all the way to the end, he'll know. But who knows? Will he watch it till the end? What's your win/loss ratio so far? Kirk? I haven't won yet. I haven't won, unfortunately. This was, I think, my 4th time playing the solo, and I've lost every time. I need to figure out the proper strategy. Because I do think in my first 3 games, I was focusing too much on shielding and not as much on attacking. And then in this game, I've finally discovered that I need to focus more on attacking. But then that meant that I wasn't shielding as much. And so that means that I ended up with a lot of dice, and paired with my awful dice rolling skills and my awful dice rolling luck, that did not go well. So I think we need to find a happy medium between the 2. Is that a positive for solo games? For example, I can never beat Regicide on lower player counts, solo or 2-player. Personally, I prefer if a solo game is challenging. If I went and played Honor's End and won it on my first or second try, that would kind of ruin the game for me. So I appreciate that this is actually very challenging. And it takes me quite a while to kind of master the game, if you will. Proper strategy is roll better. 4-0 or, oh dear, she's honorless. I am. It's just beating me down, But yeah, I think if I'm able to win a solo game within my first 10 plays, I think I'm good. I'm that offers enough challenge that I think I'm good with it, because it takes me a while to fully figure out the strategy and stuff. But if I'm able to win a game within my first 10 plays, then I'm happy. I would actually say maybe my first 8 plays. 8 or 9. Maybe not 10. Because I did, Legacy of You was also one that was fun. And I did lose my first, 3 games of that, and I finally won 1. And that was nice. But that one is more so you're trying to win 7 games before you lose 7 games. So if that one was so challenging that I wasn't able to win a game within 7 games, then that would be just awful. So that one is kind of different in that regard. But honorless, but not penniless. Nope. Penny's in her blanket basket over there, sleeping away. She was being crazy at the start of the stream. If you go back to the beginning of the stream, or maybe half an hour into the stream, Penny was being crazy. I don't mind losing my first few, just as long as I don't feel hopeless. Yeah, I think after a while it starts to feel a little bit hopeless, and that's when it kind of, gets to you and kind of makes you feel defeated. So that's why I said, like, typically, like, if I can win a game within, 7 or 8 games, let's say. So I think, like, the next few games that I play of this, hopefully I'll win one and I'll let you guys know. All right, so that's going to be everything for today's stream. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. Everybody in Twitch chat, everybody in YouTube chat, thank you so much. She had emptied her body and was feeling light and free. She was. She had the after poop zoomies. We love a good after poop zoomie. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. A huge thank you to Ivy Studios for sponsoring the stream. I appreciate it so, so much. Definitely go and check out Honor's End if you guys have yet to do so. If this sounds like a game that you would enjoy, definitely recommend going and checking it out. The campaign ends on Tuesday of next week, so you do have about 3 or 4 days left. I think it's like 70 hours left to go and back. I'm sure that they'll have late pledges. I think Ivy Studios has late pledges. Thank you. Tend fulfillment in Canada is about to start, by the way. Oh my god. Kirk, I am so freaking excited. Tend is most likely going to be in like my top 3 games of the year. It's so good. We did an atypical end on Monday this time. Oh, is it not? Oh, is it on Monday? Oh, I thought it was Tuesday. So it actually ends on Monday, which if I actually did the math of how many hours were in each day, I would have figured out that it was on Monday. So yes, it ends on Monday. Correction there. And late pledges will be open right on Kickstarter. Okay. Well, yes, you got all the information there. Thank you so much, Kirk. I appreciate it. Hopefully you guys have a good rest of your Friday. Hopefully you guys have a good rest of your Friday night. And hopefully you have a good weekend. I'm going to have a nice chill weekend. I have a little bit of work to do, but not too much. And I'm just going to have chill weekend around the house, getting stuff done. And yeah, thank you all so much. Appreciate it. Yes, ends on Monday afternoon, but late pledges make it less of a FOMO. Yeah, exactly. So you will have a chance to back it if it sounds like something that you would enjoy, whether that be late pledging or before the campaign ends on Monday. Yeah. All right. Had this on in the background while watching the game, LOL. You can now go watch, Jenna. Yes, Nat. I'm going to go watch baseball now. Such a baseball girly, you know. Whoa. Making an epoxy table here. What the heck? Are you making an epoxy table? That's freaking sick. Bye, Jenna. Bye, everyone. Goodbye, Solo Power Games. Have a good weekend. Kirk, have a fun time making your epoxy table over the weekend. That sounds freaking awesome. And yeah, have a good rest of your weekend, friends.